Eureka, Grade 2, Module 2, Lesson 9. Measure lengths of string using measurement tools and use tape diagrams to represent and compare lengths. Welcome back. Don't mind me. I'm just adding the finishing touches to my masterpiece. Look at this great painting. Do you love it? Oh, thanks. Do you want to know my favorite part of this painting? It's that curly hair. I am an excellent squiggle artist. I can make the greatest curls using my squiggles. You don't believe me? You should see my squiggle art. Check this out. I can even do it with a marker, and they're excellent squiggles. Check out that one. What about this squiggle? And even this one. Seriously, if you've never tried making squiggles, you should try it. It's tons of fun, and I think I happen to be quite good at making squiggles. So good, in fact, that I decided I should hang these squiggles and display them in my house. So I did. I framed them, and I hung them on the wall. And they do look amazing. But as I was sitting there looking at them, I got thinking, how would I measure a squiggle? We've been talking about measurements, and I'm really interested in knowing which one of my squiggles is the longest. And it's kind of tricky to do. If you think about it, our centimeter ruler was straight. It had a straight end, and there wasn't any way to move it or bend it around to see how long my squiggles actually are. If I were to put my squiggle up next to my centimeter ruler, it wouldn't straighten out. I wouldn't be able to account for all the curves, the tall mountains, and the low dips. I wouldn't have an accurate measurement of how long my squiggle is. So that would not be a good way to measure. I need a different way to measure the length of my squiggles. Do you have any ideas? I think I have an idea. Maybe your idea is the same. Here we go. I happen to have some yarn, this green yarn. I think I can use this yarn to measure my squiggles. Let me show you my idea. Here's one of my great squiggles. I'm going to take my yarn and I'm going to measure it out along my squiggle and cut the end so it matches up with the squiggle that I drew. Now I have a piece of string that is the exact same shape and length as my squiggle. But I can't stop there because I still need to find out how long that squiggle is. So I grab my centimeter ruler and I'm going to take this string and, watch closely, pow! I straighten it out along my centimeter ruler. Now I can tell that my string is about 15 centimeters long. So that must mean that my squiggle is about 15 centimeters long. Do you understand what just happened? This is amazing. We now have a way to measure our squiggles. I can take this string or the yarn and cut it to be the exact same shape as my squiggle by laying it down on top. But when I put it up next to my centimeter ruler, I don't leave it all squiggled like it is. I straighten it out. That shows me how long my yarn is. And because my yarn was the exact same length as my squiggle, it's also showing me how long my squiggle is. This is awesome! Let's try some more. This time, I want to compare two of my squiggles because I'm not sure which one is actually longer. This squiggle looks shorter, but it also has deeper squiggles in it. It comes clear down and goes way up. Whereas this squiggle looks longer, but the dips are a little more shallow. It's a little more drug out. I can't be too certain which one is longer. So, what is it I can use to figure out how long my squiggles are? Do you remember? If you said my yarn, you're right. I can use yarn or string. I'm going to cut a piece to match this one, squiggle A, and this one, squiggle B. I have to line my yarn up and make sure I cut it just so it's the same size and length as my squiggle. Now, I'm going to measure one at a time. I want to make sure I don't mix up which one is squiggle A and which one is squiggle B. Let's start with squiggle A. Are you ready? Watch closely. I'm going to take my green string and I'm going to straighten it out above my centimeter ruler. Ready? Go! There it is! And can you tell how long that string is? If you said about 20 centimeters, you are right. String A is about 20 centimeters long. That means that my squiggle A is, you got it, 20 centimeters long too. Because remember, it was the same shape we were measuring. Now, it's time for us to measure string B. Are you ready? Go! There it is. How long was string B? If you said about 15 centimeters long, you're correct. When I straighten out the string from squiggle B, it is 15 centimeters long. That means that squiggle B is also 15 centimeters long. What a fun way to measure! Now we have some important information. I know that string A is 20 centimeters long. That means squiggle A is 20 centimeters long. I know string B is 15 centimeters long. That means squiggle B is 15 centimeters long. If string A is longer than string B, that means that squiggle A is longer than squiggle B, even though it looks shorter. If we were to flatten them out, squiggle A would be longer. This is amazing and so much fun. However, it makes me wonder, if string A and squiggle A are longer than string B and squiggle B, I wonder by how much? How much longer is squiggle A? I know we can make a very special math drawing to help us. It's called a tape diagram. We make it using long rectangular boxes. Let's draw a long rectangular box to represent string A, which was 20 centimeters long. Now, I need to draw a long rectangle box to represent string B. Should my rectangle box be as long as the box in string A? No. This tape diagram should be shorter because string B was shorter than string A. So when we draw our tape diagram for string B, we want to make sure it's shorter because string B was only 15 centimeters long. Now, we have a tape diagram representing string A and one representing string B, and we can see that they're not the same length. What we're trying to figure out is how much longer string A and squiggle A are than string B and squiggle B. Can you think of any math equations I could use to solve this mystery? What do you think? I came up with a couple. I want you to check and see if your ideas match with mine. The first equation I could think of is this. I could subtract 15 from 20. 20 centimeters was the length of the longest string and longest squiggle, squiggle A. I could subtract the length of squiggle B, which was 15 centimeters. The difference between squiggle A and squiggle B would give me my answer of the difference in length. I thought of another equation we could use. We could also say 15 centimeters plus another part equals 20. That means if we took squiggle B's length, which was 15 centimeters, and we added it to our missing part, we would get the length of squiggle A, which is 20 centimeters. Yesterday, we got to use the centimeter ruler as a number line. Let's use it again to solve these two equations. Let's start with the first one. 20 centimeters subtract 15 centimeters. We would start at 20 because that was the length of string and squiggle A. Now we have to subtract the length of string B and squiggle B, which was, you got it, 15 centimeters. Let's start at 20 and jump back 15 numbers on our centimeter ruler. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What number did we land at? That's right, 5. We landed at the number 5 centimeters. Let's double check to make sure this is right. Let's solve the second equation and see if we come up with the same number. To solve the second equation, we need to start at the number 15. That's the length of string B. And then we're going to count on until we reach 20, which is the length of string A. So let's start at 15. We're going to make jumps on our centimeter ruler until we get to 20. We're going to stop there and see how many jumps it took us. We're checking to see if it's going to be 5. Here we go. Start at 15, jump to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 5. We double checked and we figured out that it's 5 centimeters. So 20 centimeters subtract 15 centimeters equals 5 centimeters. And 15 centimeters plus 5 centimeters equals 20 centimeters. So the difference in the length of my squiggle A and squiggle B is 5 centimeters. Squiggle A is 5 centimeters longer than squiggle B. Good work! Okay, boys and girls, now it's your turn. You're going to get an opportunity to do some measuring using some string or yarn that you can find around your house. Don't worry if you don't have green yarn or string like I do. Look for something around your house that you'll be able to measure with. You could even use your dad's necktie or something else like a long rope. Look around your house, see what you can find, and meet me back at Seesaw. We've got some activities to do.